Hello everyone! Welcome to Monica's Singapore Kitchen. Today I'll be cooking Eurasian Kari Debal. Why is it called Kari Debal, you may ask? Most probably the word devil is a reference to foods that are very spicy and zesty. This curry distinguishes itself from other curries in that there is an inclusion of vinegar and mustards. Devil's curry, or sometimes known as Kari Debal, is made popular by the Portuguese Eurasians in Malaysia. Debal means leftovers, as this dish is often served 1 or 2 days after Christmas and made using leftovers from the Christmas meal. Today, this culinary tradition is enjoyed by Malaysians during special occasions. Come along with me to see how this dish is prepared. Here I have a platter of spices to make our spice paste. I will name each spice as I load each spice into the blender. Starting with our Bombay onions, chopped roughly. This is to use to thicken the sauce. This is the fresh red chilies. I've taken all the seeds out and roughly chopped. Ginger, thin slices. Fresh turmeric, thin slices. White parts of the lemongrass. Candlenuts. Mustard seeds. Dried chili powder. And 1 cup of water to help with the blending process. Our plan is to blend this into a paste that is smooth, silky, and fine, so that our sauce will become very nice and creamy and thick. Okay, something like this. Can you see that it is very smooth, very fine, and silky? This is the effect of method of achieving a creamy gravy. So here I have a platter of vegetables that I have cut. Fresh red chilies cut longitudinally, and I have also removed the seeds. Similarly, the fresh green chilies cut longitudinally and also removed the seeds. I've got Bombay onions, which I've quartered. Yeah, it's about 3 average size Bombay onions. Carrots cut into chunks like this. And we have got tomatoes. Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 average size tomatoes quartered. Then we move on to our cabbage, a quarter of an average size cabbage. Then we have got our pineapple. I cut into disc, and then each disc I cut into 4 parts, into 4 sectors. Potatoes, and cut into chunks like that. I also soak it into water to prevent oxidation. Now we move on to our meats. Since we are simulating the leftovers from our Christmas dinner, we should have roast chicken, which I've bought from the supermarket. We also have ham, which I've cut into bite sizes like this. You can use any type of ham. And sausages, which I've cut into 2-inch lengths, any kind of sausage of your choice. You can also use luncheon meat. So all these are bought from the supermarket. Then we will move on to making our sauce. So we have got the ingredients for our sauce here. I will name them as I mix them together. Starting with our mustard, honey mustard, 3 tablespoons of this. 6 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. If you want it to be a little bit more sharper and more tangy, you can add more vinegar. I also added light soya sauce and 2 cups of water. Stir well and put it aside. Now we have got 1 cup of oil heated up in a wok. I have drained my potatoes and pat dry. Make sure that it is completely dry, otherwise it will sputter when you fry it. So our plan is to brown the potatoes We brown the potatoes to add flavor and to ensure that the potato holds its shape during the stewing process. So we need not completely cook the potato because later after this browning process, we are going to stew it. So periodically over medium heat, turn it from time to time so that all the surfaces are completely brown. So when it is golden brown like this, you can just take it out and drain it on a stack of kitchen paper. Okay, then you just need to take out a bit of the oil, leaving about, I would say, half a cup of oil, yeah? And then this is used to fry our spice paste. So pour the spice paste in. Our plan is to stir fry it for 10 minutes, gently stirring it all the time. So after about 5 minutes, you can see that our paste is a bit drier. The water that we have added during the blending process has evaporated. So 10 minutes later, it becomes even drier. The color has darkened and a nice aroma can be detected. So this is a time to add our sauce. Yeah, so pour in the sauce. So mix the sauce and the spice thoroughly. So the first vegetable to put in would be our carrots. This carrot takes the longest time to cook, so we are going to give it a bit of a head start. So put the carrots in, and the plan is to stew it for about 4 minutes first. So 4 minutes later, our carrots are semi-cooked. Time to add in our chicken sausages, ham, potatoes. Also add in onions, chilies, and about 3 cups of water. Try not to add too much water at this point in time because we are cooking a stew and not a soup. So you can add water later if you find that it is not enough. So it should look something like this after mixing. So after this, we are going to stew it for 20 minutes. So close it and stew for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, it looks something like this. So add in the other ingredients like the pineapple, tomatoes, and cabbage. So these are the vegetables that need a very little time to cook. As for the cabbage, try to separate each leaf so that it's much easier to cook. Although the cabbage looks a lot, it will cook down to the amount that is just right for this recipe. So stir. Then we are going to cover and cook it for another about 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 minutes later, all our ingredients are completely cooked. So the last ingredient is our coconut milk. So we add coconut milk to make the dish more creamy, sweet, and give it a thicker consistency. The sweetness of the milk reduces the sharpness of the spices and heat, making this dish a little milder. So now our dish is ready. This dish is best served hot with a bowl of rice. You can also enjoy it with crusty French loaf or roti prata. Though it might seem that Kari Debal is made from Western ingredients like roast meats, sausages, and Asian spices thrown together, it turns out that all these ingredients result in a hearty, delicious, tangy, and savory dish, smothered with the most appetizing rich sauce. Like most curries, Debal curry tastes better with thyme. The sharp, tangy, and fiery flavors mellow, developing into a deeper, richer, and bolder flavor. I really hope that you will give this recipe a try someday and enjoy this unique Eurasian cuisine. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, happy cooking!